All right, so this is an unfiltered attempt at capturing and rehashing the last 48 hours of my training block heading into a ski adventure I've got on the North Shore coming up in just a couple of weeks. So welcome, thank you. If I haven't met you before, my name is John, and I run, ski, tell stories, have a family, all that cool stuff. But today I just want to unpack the adventure from the last 48 hours real quick. I don't have a script. I actually did not write written word. So I'm trying video and audio both at the same time here to see how everything works out. Not Thursday. It's not a weekend. That would have been Tuesday at about 1 o'clock p.m. I hit the trail to ski. That was ski 1 of 4 in this block leading up to my adventure. So my goal, I'll go ahead and throw this out there. I don't know if this is going to happen. I am pretty committed to it, but I'm also going to be safe and smart on the trail as well. I've never done a ski event this long before. The cold is a factor that it depends on, mid-January, late January, what that looks like as to how far I'll probably be able to travel. My goal, though, after spending a week in the wilderness with my daughter's 6th grade class at Wolfridge, is to head up the North Shore and see if I can get 200 kilometers in 48 hours. That's split up. My idea, at least, to split it up into 4 50K chunks. One Friday afternoon, 2 on Saturday, so that'll be 100K on Saturday. And then another 50K on Sunday morning, and then I won't come back till Monday, of course. I got another night there just to relax and chill. But so this last week, I did the same split. On 1 o'clock on Tuesday, went and skied 8.6 miles, not to the level. 50K is 31 miles, so I did 8. And then New Year's morning, I went out and did a little over 7. And then New Year's night, I did almost 13, 12.7. And then this morning, so January 2nd in the morning, I ended up doing 12.24, I think, miles. And I was pretty wiped out by this morning. Now, the one thing I found out that I need for this trip is socks. Much of trail running, which I believe firmly that trail running can, and ultra endurance transcends the trail and moves into many different places in life. So if you can get past my rambling, usually I try and feed you with something that is applicable to your life right now. And it's a lot of times not having all the answers that really doesn't get anything done, because we don't have the answers and nobody cares if they haven't asked the question. Now that brings me to the point of this whole deal, is the fact that asking the right questions on the trail are more valuable than having the answers. Because if we're committed to finding the answer to the question, we got to make sure we answer the right question. And for me, in these trail events, it's around hydration, foot care, electrolyte balance, and fueling, chafing. Those are all questions like, how do I feel right now? What do I need to do so that I don't go to a place where it's very, very, very uncomfortable, or I literally can't continue? What do I need to do to get through this? Foot care was the one thing that stuck out, and I didn't eat at all on the trail. I did obviously outside of the trail, but so I went up to Pioneer Midwest and I picked up a few things. I already had this. It's a belt for this hydration bottle, which I got. And I guess you're supposed to put these in upside down so that the freezing happens at the top, and that way it's still easy to hydrate on the trail. And then of course, socks, as that was the issue that I felt I was having, was I was starting to feel some hot spots on my foot when skiing, and I'm hopeful that doesn't become an issue. I think tighter the better is probably good, and these are really tight socks. So thank you, Adam, for the recommendation. For the first time ever, I'm going to try some of this Glide Wax, and I was asking why, how can I wax my skis? I don't have a kit or anything or an iron or anything because we got this spray stuff or the Glide stuff. So that's pretty cool. And then I got a horsehair brush to go along with it, which I'm actually pretty excited about. How cool is that, by the way? Anyways, I feel like an official skier now because I have wax and I have a brush. And then one more thing I got just because I want to display it in my basement was this sweet Pioneer Midwest scraper, actually, and I don't know if I'll use it at any point, but I may and I may not. But it looks cool, and I'll hang it around down here somewhere and make it happen. So that's just a little, that's what I've got going on right now. That's what I'm training for. And the reason why I did a lot of people ask, which is why a lot of people ask how this training going, what's going on next. So I just want to be able to tell you. I'll still answer you if you talk to me in real life too, but it's fun to put it out there for me, and I think it's fun for some of you at least to hear about that stuff as well. The reason why I do it now and I don't do it next weekend is because I want to make sure that my body is fully recovered. So what I'll do now in the next 2 weeks is very specific weight training towards skiing and specifically towards endurance. On skis, I do not care how fast I go. It'd be nice to not be out there for like a whole bunch. Well, if I can be out there on Saturday for the 100K from light to dark, I would be happy with that. It's about an hour and 15-minute drive from where I'm staying to get to the trailhead on Saturday morning. And then it'll also be that to get home. So it'd be nice to be tucked in bed Saturday night at a decent time to get up and do the Sunday morning deal. But the reason I do the big block now is just to recover. I'll ski a little bit. I'll focus more on the technique side of skiing. They say the hay's in the barn. There's not a whole lot I'm going to be able to do from now until 2 weeks from now to get ready. I will be spending a week in the woods at Wolf Ridge, which I'm actually really looking forward to. It's an exhausting experience. But we'll be in the elements. We'll have a really good idea what the trails are going to look like and the temperatures and how all the gear is going to fit together. So piggybacking on the back end of this trip is a really a good idea, and it's fun. So live with relentless courage. That's the last thing I'll leave you with today. And I guess until next time, peace.